What's up, everybody? I'm Chris, and that's Spencer, and we own a coffee roasting company called Thesis. It's a snowboard, skateboard, coffee brand rooted in purpose and community. And now, we're opening The Collective, our new multi-roaster slow bar concept built for conversation, creativity, and crazy good coffee. This is season 1, where we bring you behind the scenes of opening a coffee shop from scratch. From design days and build-outs to coffee trips, wild ideas, and everyday chaos. This is the real, unfiltered journey of chasing something meaningful. Hit that subscribe button and roll with us. Let's build this thing together. What's up? It's Chris. Didn't really get a chance to record an intro to the Portland trip that we did over the weekend. So here I am in my garage doing that. Overall, it was a really great trip. We flew out Friday last week, and then we got there, did a little meet and greet over at Proud Mary with Luke, and then we got a little tour of the roastery too as well, so you'll see that in this video. The audio for that too as well wasn't too great, so I'm probably going to do some type of voiceover, so look forward to that. But other than that, it was a good trip. A lot of connecting with new people, reflecting on our experiences, and, you know, trying to stay humble and get this new shop opened, hopefully in the next month or so. So, like, subscribe, give us a follow, put a comment in the comments below if there's anything that you want to learn about. Otherwise, look forward to sharing our Portland journey with you. So as previously mentioned, our audio wasn't too good for this part of the video. We actually didn't have our mic, so I'm just going to do a voiceover of the tour of the roastery. So this is the main area where all the greens are received. And as we head over to the 3 roasters that they have on site, the first one is their 1 kilo Gießen. They also have a 12 kilo Pro Bat. And then the big one on the far right is the 30 kilo Gießen. So now we're going to head into their refrigeration unit, in which they hold a lot of their more unique coffees, more single origin, maybe showcase coffees. And this fridge is actually held at a 56-degree temperature. And Luke was actually telling me that when it gets pretty hot in the roastery, they like to switch out. One goes in the refrigerator to, you know, kind of cool off, and the other one goes back to roasting coffee. So I thought that was kind of funny. Next up, we're going to head over to the coffee lab. That's, you know, where they're going to do a lot of their QC testing, you know, their coffee cupping. That middle table there is where they do all of their cupping. And then if you look over to the 2 benches over here, they actually have the coffee cart that was built specifically for their Rivian truck, which I'll share a few photos here. And then they also have an espresso machine too as well on the right hand side. Now we're going to make our way through arguably the most important room in the roastery, which is the ping pong table. And of course, we'll make our way over to the shipping and receiving side as we head upstairs to take a look at a couple of empty offices. All right, so there you have it. That was the full tour of the Proud Mary Roastery.
Wait, are we actually...
I'll go crazy.
Smile. No, just kidding.
Lay it down. Nice. Put the phone down. It's freaking me out. That's great.
Because then
Yeah.
you're just telling yourself I'm not doing anything right, and then a lot of the times it's like just taking the first step is the best way to do it, and taking the first step is just using the tools that you have.
Right.
Like, I guarantee you, like Tiny Desk was probably like that with NPR.
For sure.
Where, like one dude was just like, oh, let's just have some people come in and play some music, and then like years later, it's like the most popular way of consuming music on YouTube.
Yeah, and like my
It's
favorite podcast ever is that Stuff You Should Know. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Yeah.
But if you like go back and listen to their first episodes, like, you can tell they're just joking. Like they were just like kind of winging it, like, hey, this might work. And all of a
But
sudden
that's
it's like-
cool because if you find someone in that phase, then you experience the growth with them.
Right,
You know,
right.
And that's like, nobody wants to just see something that's like perfect and polished right off the bat. It feels weird.
It does.
It feels like overly funded. You know?
Right,
like,
right,
Whose
yeah.
trust fund is behind this? Like, you know?
And
And then
like,
you
what's
want
your
to
goal?
start making excuses as to like, oh, you don't actually know what you're doing. You just have like money to make it look good. And I don't know. It's like coffee's like that too. I was talking to someone at our booth. And it's like coffee community loves lifting people up who are like going out on a limb and being vulnerable and saying like, I'm gonna take a chance and like do something that I'm passionate about,
Right.
rather than I'm gonna raise like $4 million and pay a branding company to make something beautiful for me, and I'm just gonna watch the money roll in, you know.
I have these conversations all the time. People are like, dude, how much? Like, I bet it's so expensive to start a coffee company, like to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know how much we spent starting Thesis? We spent $0.
Yeah, right. You're like
Spent $0.
pen and paper. And
Exactly,
drew up a
right,
logo.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And now we are weeks away from opening a brick and mortar shop. You know, and we're roasting coffee. We're doing all these cool. We're coming to Portland, doing all these cool things. But we started with nothing.
The expenses have begun.